Well, happy almost middle of the day on this very cold Tuesday. How are y'all doing out there? Would you take a look at that? Blue skies after all of the rain that we had over the overnight, and certainly those gloomy conditions that our First Alert weather team has been telling you about. This is the coldest air we've seen in more than a year. Can you believe that? Look now, I like cold weather. I just don't like being cold. Maybe you're kind of in the same boat. Some of you may have even seen some snow flurries. Most of those were up in the North Georgia mountains and really kind of in the outlying areas of Metro Atlanta. But here in Metro, it is just plain cold. So if you are headed out today, maybe you're watching us, on the go. Hopefully you are bundled up. Hopefully you've got your hat, your gloves, that down coat. And somebody explained to Ella what a gator is. We're not talking about an alligator, nor are we talking about a gator that you ride around on your farm. It's that thing that you pull down over your head and cover your neck up, right? So we were talking about that this morning. You definitely need a gator or a scarf or something like that today, too. We are really glad that you're with us today. Good morning to you. I'm Gervier Denza. The cold weather is really the big story of the day. I've been talking to friends and family up in Tennessee, and man, so we just got the cold weather and maybe a few flurries here and there and some rain. They got snow. When I was growing up in Nashville, we used to get a lot of snow, and we've actually talked about how over the last few years, it doesn't seem to get as cold as it used to, nor did we see the snow. Well, they saw it over the weekend. My dad, I think, got close to 12 inches of snow, and my sister and her family who live in Knoxville, they got pounded with snow too. Actually, we've got some video of that, so take a look at this right here. This is from Knoxville. There you go. Whoops, where did it go? There it is. There's the snow. That's the snow in Knoxville on Monday, and that is part of that same system that we are keeping track of here. That's coming up. Well, at least the cold weather that we are dealing with. However, it did cause issues all over the country because, as we've been telling you too, as our team of meteorologists has been telling you, gosh, isn't that gorgeous? I just want to look at it. I guess it's fine if you don't have to be driving in it, right? That's a big thing. You want to be playing in it. It did cause a lot of flight disruptions around the country, though. So let's take you to Houston because they had quite a few flights canceled there. Gosh, yeah, they were delayed and canceled as a result of the weather. It was a really pretty bad for travelers trying to get there. This is how it looked on the runway of George Bush Intercontinental Airport. This was last night. At one point, they had a full ground stop by United Airlines as a result of that weather. They often don't. Amarillo gets cold, I can tell you that, having been through Amarillo in the wintertime, and they get quite a bit of ice, but they just don't see this kind of weather. And in Dallas, they're actually asking people to conserve energy, which when you're freezing and they're telling you to conserve energy, I don't know.
It's hard.
It's hard because I want to stay warm. Across the U.S., actually, there were more than 9,000 flights that were delayed. More than 3,000 were canceled. All of those issues continuing today. More than 1,000 flights have already been canceled. Here at Hartsfield-Jackson, 43 have been canceled. And what I can tell you is that with the hard freeze that's coming, with the hard freeze that is coming our way, we want to make sure that you and your family stay prepared. So Atlanta News First's Rebecca Schramm continues our team coverage now. She's got some advice from experts on how you can protect your home. Take a listen to this.
Schools here in Cobb County and some other nearby districts are closed today because of the potential of ice. But as you're seeing here in downtown Kennesaw, it's wet, but no ice on the roads, which is some good news. And as our meteorologists have been telling us, the breeze will continue to dry this up. It's the temperature drop after the rain dries up that most of us should be worried about. We spent some time with a master plumber. His name is Marvin Barfield, and he says last year when temperatures dropped down to the teens, he was working 15 to 18-hour shifts helping repair busted pipes across metro Atlanta. To keep that from happening to you, here's what he suggests. Leave your cabinet doors open in bathrooms and kitchens. That'll heat the space around your pipes. And consider letting all your faucets drip overnight, both hot and cold water together. Outside your home, he says, don't forget to disconnect your hose. That simple action, he says, can save you a big headache later.
That little bit of water inside of there can freeze and bust inside the wall.
And one more thing, don't forget about your plants. As you might remember from last year, some of them don't do very well when the temperature drops this low, so consider covering your plants. In Kennesaw this morning, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
Yeah. All of that is great advice. And Courtney Jacobazzi, part of our First Alert weather team. Courtney, you guys have been on this like for days, telling us that this was coming.
Yep.
And it's here. You know, I think part of it is the wind. The wind is so cold.
Right, absolutely. And we do have a wind chill advisory, which is not necessarily common, but I don't think there's anything common, Gravir, about the weather that's been going on across the southeast. So we do have a wind chill advisory that will go into effect throughout the day today through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And that means wind chills throughout the day today and into tomorrow morning could be between 0 degrees and 5 degrees.
Yikes.
Very cold. So
Yikes.
that's why we've had the first alert to kind of give everyone the heads up. It's going to be dangerously cold, bitterly cold. And First Alert meteorologist Ella Dorsey is going to come on at 11:30 doing Weather Where You Are to explain exactly what that means, how you can get prepared, and kind of what to look forward to as we go into the week, because this isn't the only Arctic air mass that's going to be in place over this week. We have another round coming for the weekend.
Thanks.
Of course.
I guess we were due. You know what I mean? I mean, it's been a while. It is January, and we will appreciate spring when it gets here.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely,
Okay.
we will. Ready
All
for
right.
it.
Courtney Jacobazzi, thank you so much.
Of course.
Hey, real quick, you know who knows all about cold weather?
Who?
Bill Belichick.
Oh,
okay,
he
so
does.
So Patriots head coach, you know, decided to leave the team, and guess who's talking to him? The Atlanta Falcons. So Bailey Burmaster has more on that. Take a look.
Put the rumors to bed. It's official. The Atlanta Falcons have completed an interview with Bill Belichick for the organization's head coach position. Belichick spent the past 24 seasons as head coach of the New England Patriots, where he led them to 17 division titles and 6 Super Bowl championships. There's been a lot of speculation about the interest in Belichick and if the Falcons were actually going to talk to him. Well, the news breaking that they have interviewed him. The former Patriots head coach is without a doubt the most experienced coach on the growing list. So here's a look at all those names as of right now. Ravens defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald, 49ers D coordinator Steve Wilks, and Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan. On Sunday, they interviewed Panthers DZ Ejiro Evero and Ravens assistant head coach / defensive line coach Anthony Weaver. So a lot of defensive minds in that mix. Belichick, the name everyone has been watching for. The question now is, will the Falcons be able to land him? Bailey Burmaster, Atlanta News First.
Just another, sorry about that. I don't know that you could hear me. I was saying that we should certainly be keeping an eye on what happens with Bill Belichick. That would be great to land him here, but we gotta act fast because there are like, I think 7 NFL teams right now that are looking for head coaches. So, you know, he's marketable. You know, everybody's going to want him. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, stay warm today. Bundle up. Make sure you take care of your pipes, your pets, your plants, yourself. And Ella will be here at 11:30 with an update on exactly what this Arctic blast means as we head toward the end of this week. And we'll have more at noon as well. All right? Take it easy.